Right, hola amigos, and welcome to our online distance learning class. This is kind of fun, something new to try. Today we are going to be learning about telling time in Spanish. So as you can see, we have this chart, and this is attached on the assignments page. So if you haven't done so, you can go ahead and pull this up. This is what you're going to use to help you through your assignments. And you can see at the top it says ¿Qué hora es? And that means what time is it? So that's how you ask what time it is in Spanish. ¿Qué hora es? We are first going to focus on just the hour, which is right here on the inside in azul. Okay? So if you'll notice, we start here. 1 is a little bit different, which is why it's highlighted in yellow. For 1, we say es la una. And then for 2 a 12, we say son las. You have son las 2, son las 3, son las 4, son las 5, etc. And that is simply just telling you what time it is. So es la una, it's 1 o'clock. Son las 2, 2 o'clock. Son las 3, 3 o'clock, etc. So that's pretty simple. It's just the hour. And if it's on the dot, then you can say en punto. So son las 12 en punto would be 12 o'clock on the dot. So in order for you guys to practice that, I want you to go and look at this screen right here where it says write the time in Spanish. And so remember, for 2 through 12, you'll say son las and then the number in Spanish. And then for 1 o'clock, it's different. So you'll say es la and then una. So if you guys want to, you can go ahead and hit pause on this right now and take a second, and you can type out these answers on your iPad. And then when you're finished, I'm going to ask you to take a screenshot and email that to me so I can see how you did. You won't be graded on it. I just want to see if you're understanding it, how you're doing. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always email me. So go ahead, hit pause, and then see if you can type those out in Spanish really quickly. Okay, so after you've done that, I want to go ahead, let's see how you do. For the first one, you should have gotten son las 4. Okay, son las, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Muy fácil. Aquí son las 6. Okay, this one, remember, is always a little tricky. It's different. Es la una. And you'll notice that it's una and not uno, because we're talking about time, and time is feminine in Spanish, so it's es la una. And son las 12, not to be confused with dos, which is 2. Son las 8. And then son las 5. Okay, so hopefully you got all of those right. That was pretty easy. Now, where it gets a little more complicated is when we start adding in the minutes. So we'll go back to our clock. And here you see we have rojo, we have the minutes. And so you guys know that when you learn how to tell time, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one of these is counting by 5. And we do the exact same thing in Spanish. So this is y cinco. We use the E, remember it means and, so we're just saying and 5, meaning the hour and then 5 minutes. So y cinco, y 10. Here you can say y cuarto, which means and a quarter, because it's a quarter of an hour, or we can say y quince, because it's been quince is 15 minutes. Y 20, y 25, y media, which means mid or half past the hour, or y 30, which is 30. Okay, so you can say y 30 or y media for either one of those. Here, in the past, we've done this menos. We're going to push that to the side for now. We'll get to that later, but for now, we're just going to focus on the easy way, which is telling time exactly like we do in English. So this is 35 after the hour, so we'll say y 35, which means 35. Y 40, which is 40. Y 45, 45. Y 50, which is 50, y 55, and then remember on the hour en punto. So for now, you could ignore these right here that say menos. Don't worry about those. We're just going to stick to the ones that say y 45, y 40, etc. So we are going to do another little practice. We're going to see if you guys can do some time right here. So again, you can hit pause. Go ahead and write these out in Spanish and see how you do. Okay, so for these, you should have son las 5 y you could either say cuarto or you could say 15. So son las 5:15 or son las 5:15. Okay. For número 2, son las 6 y, and then we remember 25 is 25. Son las 6:25. Okay. 9, 10 son las 9:10. 7:50 son las 7 y, and then 50 is 50. 8:30 son las 8:30 or son las 8:30. 11:45 son las 11:45. And then 1:05 es la 1:05. So go ahead and check your answers and see how you did. Of course, if you have questions, if you're confused, feel free to email me. This is just for Tuesday's assignment. So if we end up being out later on Thursday for you guys, then I will come back and we'll do a little bit more practice on that Practica page. But for now, this is all you have, just a little introduction to time to keep you guys up to date, and I will update the assignments page as needed. I hope you're enjoying the snow days and have a great time. Adios.